ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is time to go XCAL Racing. Once again, we are back at South Boston, and boy, is it going to get wild here tonight. Not only is it South Boston tonight, but apparently it's a super full moon over Sobo, so a lot of craziness already happening, including, weirdly, the pit road lines that divide the pit boxes have disappeared. This seems to be some sort of glitch within iRacing. The pit road box, the lines dividing them disappearing, makes it a little bit tricky to find your pit stall. So we could see some chaos on pit road tonight, which, you know, at Sobo is not a big surprise, but that's just adding another piece to the puzzle. It's going to be a fun night at South Boston, and with 10 races to go after tonight, well, no telling what could happen. Team points are getting tighter, but championship points are spreading a bit as the Mad Bears lead has extended to 385 points over Alex Crapser. And as of a few minutes ago, I have not seen Crapser in the field yet tonight. Nor have I seen the 29 car. I'm doing another checker. I do not see Alex Crapser or the 29 car in the field tonight. So tonight could be a huge, huge night for the Mad Bear as far as points are concerned. Not to mention some notable starts that we need to talk to some drivers about. Starting with, let's talk to Thanos about his 60th career start. Hey, Gerald, it's Doug. You got me?
10-4.
Hey, I remember your first race here, and here we are 60 races later, still going strong.
Boy, has it been that many? Gee whiz. I like to say it seems like it's been a blur, but I guess that's the thing with the web shop series. It's really challenging.
It has been keeping you busy. Now your team is really starting to blow up, and man, the team points are getting tighter and tighter each week as well.
Yeah, we got another opportunity this week to climb that biggest part of the mountain. I think probably the big dual thought for the team is what we can do to advance to the top, to the championship, and also make sure we race well enough to keep folks behind us.
Well, man, you guys have done a great job so far. You've got a strong team tonight, buddy. Good luck tonight, man.
All right, thank you, and I'd like to especially thank XCAL Racing and the Web Shop Series and all my sponsors and all my drivers, and let's go out and see what kind of show we can put on.
Good luck tonight, man.
Thank you. Catch you later.
Now, we have had one driver out the last 2 weeks, but fortunately, he is making his triumphant return here tonight. Not on track at the moment, but Joe Campbell is back. Joe, welcome back, buddy. I know we have missed you the last few weeks.
Yeah, vacation came, so I had to miss some racing, but I'm back, and hopefully we'll have a good night. I haven't turned any laps. This is all going to be fresh and no setup work, so we'll see how the boys did.
I know I did see in your Discord earlier today, a lot of you guys were all talking. You got into it late this afternoon and really just going at it almost blind here tonight, but it is Sobo and it tends to get wild. Could just surviving be making a very good night for you?
I think so. That's what I'm looking at right now. Of course, I'm coming from the back, so I got to keep the car clean, hopefully. If there's anything big happens, I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm going to try to avoid. You might see, a little swerving going on, maybe, some drift in, hoping that I can get by. We'll see what happens.
Well, man, it is great to see you back out on track. Great to have the team back out here in pretty full force, although it looks like the racing aces are down a couple of cars this week.
Yeah, unfortunately, summertime brings a lot of real-life racing, and we got some young guys that are, real hot into the action in real life, and I can't try to pull them away from that to be here. So we'll take them when we can get them.
I understand, man. Good luck tonight. Always great to see you back out on track, Joe.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Joe Campbell back in the car tonight. Blake Ripley had his XCAL debut last week. Had some rough heat races apparently last night, but he is back in the car. Let's see if we can get a word with Blake. Hey Blake, it's Doug up in the booth. You got me?
What are you doing, Doug?
Hey, good man. Your XCAL debut last week. How were you after the race? Obviously, probably a little bit longer than most races you're used to.
Yeah, that was a long race, man. I think we would have been okay. I don't know exactly what happened coming out of two, but got spun around and that kind of screwed me for the whole race. I was playing catch up and having to try to short pit. It was what it was. I mean, it's racing. But I got a feeling old Sean 04 is going to come after me this race. He's a little upset with me.
I did hear there was a little excitement during the heats last night.
Yeah, I just ran out of talent and got into him. Completely my fault. Feel bad, but it is what it is.
Well, it is short track racing. Things do get a little chaotic. Plus, I believe a super full moon tonight could make things even more exciting.
Feeling a little spicy tonight, brother.
Well, spicy is definitely the way to be, man. You're looking a lot faster here. Obviously, you had a pretty fast car to start last week. It's looking like you're going to be fairly fast tonight. Good luck tonight, and hopefully your second race goes a little better.
Let's hope. Thanks, brother.
Blake Ripley in the 44 tonight, hoping to have a good start. Jadad cheering on Rondoletto. Octavio currently the fastest on track, too. I did hear word from Flaming Karma Racing. They have got something for this track tonight. It's going to get very interesting out here. A lot of fuel strategy differences for the drivers tonight as well. I've heard drivers say they can go as few as 70, and I've heard numbers as high as 90. Also, interestingly, we've got the BRR in Flaming Karma tonight. AJ Godsey is back tonight. Jared Heasley in the car. Gerald Poole in the car. And Jeff Hinkle, the king of tire saving, is in the spotter stand. Things are definitely going to get hot and heavy here tonight, though, as the sun goes down. Short track racing under the lights always tends to bring out some tempers. Alex Krapser does make it into the session at the last minute. Just a few seconds left to go till we go racing. Good evening, Jared Heasley. Take a moment, run to the snack bar, get something to eat, get something to drink. Please help us out by hitting like, follow, share, subscribe. Hit all those buttons. They help tremendously. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go racing under the lights here at South Boston. Octavio Rondoletto and Derek Colson will have the front row. Jeff Edgar and Jeremy Gilliott on the second row. Gerald Thanos Poole and Jose Godino on the third row. Alex Krapser and Blake Ripley on the 4th row. AJ Godsey and Sean Andrews rounding out your top 10. Albie Hewen starting in 11th with Scott Gilliott in 12th. Jared Heasley starting in 13th. The Mad Bear starts in 14th. Adam Gilliott 15th. Nick Seams in 16th. Joe Campbell starting in 17th. Flying Ryan Seams in 18th. And John Friley rounding out the 19-car field here at South Boston. Drivers getting a couple of pace laps in here, as we mentioned, starting under the sun. But the sun will be going down. Track temperature currently 84 degrees. Air temperature currently 80. We'll keep a close eye on that throughout the race as that track temp comes down. Things are, the handling will get a little bit, actually a lot different from what I heard from the drivers. And I did hear after about 50 laps, these tires are just gone. So several different factors going to play into tonight's race. Good evening, Danny Sargent. How are you tonight? And welcome back. Pace truck drops in. It's time to go green at Sobo. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away. Octavio quickly trying to clear Derek Colson. Derek Colson tonight is his 96th XCAL start. Just 4. He is the all-time leader in starts in XCAL. Just 4 races away from being the first driver to hit the 100 mark. Some battling going on mid-pack. AJ Godsey and Sean Andrews already making their way up. AJ up 3 spots into 6th. Sean up 3 spots into 7th. Albie Hewen, who we've mentioned quite a few times this season, he's been on a tear this season, already cracking into the top 10 up to 9th. Joe Campbell, after 2 weeks away, is making his way up to 14th. Flying Ryan already up in 15th. Danny, I did hear it was back to reality just this afternoon, but hopefully tonight is a little bit of fun to kind of continue your vacation. Single file through the top 6 or 7 cars, and then it gets a little bit just outside the top 10. It gets a little exciting as everybody's still battling side by side, trying to get in place. Very tricky to pass on the high side here, but it can be done. As Jared Heasley's currently trying to do, and looks like he is going to complete the pass on Joe to come up to 11th. Adam Gilliott up 5 spots already into 10th place. Jeff Edgar currently sitting in 3rd. Jeremy Gilliott now in 4th. Alex Krapser, who got into the session very late, no practice laps. He's currently running in 5th. Scott Gilliott also back, all 3 Stimulus Racing cars on track again tonight. Tammy Seams, Jason Seams, and Tanya all here cheering on the Seams boys. Nick Seams currently up 2 spots into 14th. Flying Ryan up 5 spots into 13th. As Joe is looking back underneath Jared Heasley. For a guy who didn't put in any practice today, got back late and kind of just grabbed a setup and went. Joe's on the march. Looks like Flying Ryan and crew put together a really good setup. Joe's able to use it to actually get by Flying Ryan. Joe now up to 11. Octavio Rondoletto still at the front. Derek Colson in second. Jeremy Gilliott trying to make the move to third. Crapser gets under Edgar. He's going to take fourth. And AJ Godsey just pulled into fifth. Laura seems also, oh, we've got a car spinning. It's Gerald Thanos Poole. He's out of the groove. No caution. Down into turn one. Oh, he was under another car and just had to check up. He's trying to get the run. He did manage to save it and keep going, but a rough start for Thanos. Derek Colson has gone up the track now. He is struggling. After starting in the front row, Colson up top going backwards. Jeremy Gilliott has gotten by. Crapser looking underneath. And now AJ Godsey gets by into fourth there, and looks like Sean Andrews is going to try and take fifth here. Oh! Colson may not have been very happy with how he got past. Not sure if there was any contact there or not, but Colson got really close to Andrews' back bumper there. As we mentioned in pre-race, fully expect to see some drivers slip sliding away. After about 45, 50 laps, the tires really going away tonight. Hopefully as the track cools off, things will, the grip will come in a little. AJ Godsey back out here tonight in the 40 car. AJ has come out and run up front in every race he has been in so far this season, which I believe this is his third, but got caught up in incidents with lap traffic that had taken him out every time from either in the lead or in a podium position, hoping to turn the luck around tonight. He does have an ace in the hole tonight, though. Jeff Hinkle is spotting for Flaming Karma Racing. Sean Andrews in fifth. Jeremy Gilliott already up 9 spots into 6th place. Another one moving big time. Joe Campbell up 8 spots into 9th. I have to wonder, I mean, did he take his sim rig on vacation and just practice for this track? Because he is flying. We know Joe is good on the super speedways, but man, he's tearing it up on the short track tonight. Nick, the college kid, seems up 5 spots into 11th. Jared Heasley holding on in 12th, and you saw Heasley just kiss the wall there. I don't think there will be a clean right side on any of these cars before the night's over. The rookie Blake Ripley started up in 8th, but has faded already back to 14th. Albie, oh, he's battling with Albie though. Albie was making some moves into the top 10 earlier, has dropped back to 14th for the moment as they battle. Jose Godino right behind. Jose and a couple others ran that fuel strategy at USA. Danny, you know, that's not a bad thing. I have intentionally gone camping places where there was not cell service before. Jose Godino, Jared Easley tried some different fuel strategy last week, knowing that that team has got that fuel strategy on lock. Could be huge here tonight as well, especially if this race stays green. Octavio Rondoletto, the leader, though, already closing in on Gerald Thanos Poole. And these two drivers work together, have a bit of a partnership. How hard is Gerald going to fight to stay on the lead lap with Octavio right on his bumper? Octavio opening up about 0.8 of a second lead over Jeremy Gilliott, Alex Crapser, and AJ Godsey. Derek Colson, who started on the front row, has faded back into 7th place after getting stuck up on the high side. The Mad Bear hit the wall hard. But Matt now looking low, trying to take 7th place here. And into turn 1, the Mad Bear moves up to 7th, the points leader. Just continuing to pick up points as often as possible. Matt Bear, after last week, 5 wins this season. 23 starts, 20 top 10s, 15 top 5s, 5 wins. Matt has been on a tear the last, especially since hopping into that 18 car taking over for Austin Edwards. Joe Campbell and Nick Seams continue to make their way forward. Jeff Edgar now into 10th. Blake Ripley starting to make his way forward after some struggles here early. Looks like some of these drivers really set up for the second half of the run here. Jared Heasley still holds on to 11, trying to crack into the top 10. Hey, Richie, how's it going, man? Richie, don't forget that third car out there tonight. AJ Godsey back behind the wheel, and Jeff Hinkle in the spotter stand. There are rumors that next season Flaming Karma Racing and BRR's partnership will grow. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out, though. The BRR League has a wealth of talent that could come out and support that Flaming Karma team. Flying Ryan is struggling here at Sobo, has dropped back to 17th now after we saw him just outside the top 10 early on. He has now dropped back into 17th and is about to go a lap down here early. A big surprise out of that car. Flying Ryan has definitely been off his game the last few weeks. Hopefully he'll find that rhythm back again quickly. He has been a top points contender all season long. But recently has dropped back into 14th as here we go. He's going to go to lap down. And they are 3 wide. Boy, Octavio had to be holding his breath going 3 wide with lap cars there. That has allowed allow Jeremy Gilliott and others to close up just a little bit. Oh, getting word, Flying Ryan's screen went blank on him early in the race. That is why he is dropped back to the tail of the field. Now he's going to fight his way back up. So technical difficulties early for the 131 tonight. Scott Gilliott of Stimulus Racing. We've got trouble behind our first caution of the night, lap 49. And it looks like Joe Campbell and Derek Colson involved also. The rookie, Blake Ripley. Let's see what happened. Derek Colson up on the high side, Joe down on the bottom. Oh, Joe just taps him, and Derek comes down, angles into the turn. They get together. Joe starts rolling, and wow, chaos. Most of the field coming onto pit road. Looks like Joe staying out. He may be waiting to come in next time. A lot of left side damage on Joe's car. Flying Ryan should get his lap back here, as will John Friley and I believe Gerald Poole. Joe Campbell is in. Jeremy Gilliott rolls off pit road. And it looks like Jeremy may be taking the lead here. Jeff Edgar in second. Octavio Rondoletto in third. Jeremy Gilliott's coming back into pit road. Matt Bear also coming back in. Note that they do not have the pit stall lines marking the front and back of the pit stalls. That could throw things for a loop tonight. That gives the lead currently to Jeff Edgar, Octavio Rondoletto, AJ Gotzi. Alex Krapser now moving up into third, AJ in fourth, and Adam Gilliott in fifth. Derek Colson has some damage on that. Blake Ripley took heavy damage with nowhere to go when the wreck happened in front of him. Joe getting some of the damage repaired, it looks like, at least to the nose of that car. Aero, not a huge problem here at Sobo, but having all the parts on the car is kind of a big deal here, as much as the drivers do use the bumpers. So Jeff Edgar and Octavio Rondoletto will have the front row. Alex Krapser, AJ Gotzi on the second. Jared Heasley and Adam Gilliott on the third. Matt Bear, Jeremy Gilliott, Jose Godino, Ryan Seams round out your top 10. Flying Ryan back to the lead lap, back in the top 10, overcoming the technical difficulties. Nick Seams has come back into... Nick Seams has come back to pit road. Could be just a stop and go for fuel here. We'll have to wait and see, but they are about to go back. Green flag racing. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Edgar gets a great launch on the restart. Octavio slides into second. Single file all the way around. The Mad Bear on the bottom. The Gilliotts just ahead. You know, earlier in the season, we saw Adam and Jeremy nose to tail come through the field quite a few times, but we haven't seen them get hooked up much in recent weeks. Well, Adam in front, Jeremy right behind. Once again, could we see these two charge through again? AJ Godsey underneath Jeff Edgar trying to take third. He opens the door for the Gilliets. Looked like Edgar may have gotten more of the wall that time than he bargained for. Flying Ryan, as mentioned, back on the lead lap. Back in the fight in 9th place, up 9 spots. Gerald Poole also back on the lead lap, currently in 13th. Scott Gilliat in 14th. Joe Campbell in 15th. Several laps down. He's got some work to do here. John Friley in 16th. Derek Colson now in 17th. And with the sun going down, already some disagreements, let's say, on track. We'll have to keep a close eye on Joe and Derek. Will there be more fireworks on track tonight? Nick Seams is back out on track, but now about 5-6 laps down. Octavio back in the lead. Alex Krapser in second. AJ now in third. And while they settle back into a rhythm, let's take our first commercial break, but don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to go side by side so you don't miss anything. We are back, lap 77. Octavio still has the lead, but man, things are flip-flopping a little bit here. The Gilliats now 4th and 5th. Alex Krapser in 2nd, AJ Godsey in 3rd, Adam Gilliat 4th, Jeremy Gilliat 5th. The Mad Bear now up to 6th. Sean Andrews in 7th, Jeff Edgar in 8th. Jared Heasley is now in the top 10 in 9th. Flying Ryan Seams is going to pit road unexpectedly. Albie Hewins now up into 10th. Jose Gadino in 11th. Only 11 cars showing on the lead lap. Good evening, Chris Oslin. How are you, man? Octavio out front, though, has been led the most laps, has led the majority of the laps here tonight since the drop of the green flag. AJ Godsey trying to get back up here and possibly finally get his XCAL win. He's been close on. Here we go. He looks to the bottom for second. Jeff Hinkle in the spotter stand is obviously helping a lot here tonight. Plus, the door gets open. The Gilliotts are going in. Alex Crapser trying to outrun him down into 1. If the car is set up for a high-low, Crapser getting a lot of the wall there. If you set the car up for the highlight, you can get around and make a move up there or hold your position, but man, it's tricky. Buenos noches, Martin. Welcome. Richie is excited for AJ being up here. Don't forget to come back next Tuesday night. We're going plate racing at Michigan at big time draft track and some of the best XCAL racing you're ever going to see. Every time we go to Michigan, it gets exciting 3 and 4 wide the whole time. Jared Heasley made some adjustments while on pit road and is starting to make his way forward, now up into 8th. Scott Gilliott now up to 12th. Joe Campbell, despite the earlier incident, currently running in 13th. He's starting to make his way back to the front. All right, Richie, I'm going to let it go this time, buddy. Chris, buddy, I hope everything's going well. I've been meaning to message you, and I just keep forgetting. Hope you're not too busy. Flying Ryan is back out on track, now back in 17th place. Nick Seams, the college kid, also back out on track, but in 18th place. The Seams is struggling here early. We know Ryan had some technical difficulties earlier on. But hopefully with Ryan and Nick nose to tail, hopefully they can work together to make their way toward the front. A big surprise to see the J&S teams struggling here in the early part of this race, but you know, they've got some great strategists on that team. We could easily see them recover some spots. Albie Hewins also back up in the top 10. Albie has been steadily making his way up the points all season long, currently sitting 12th in points after last week's race. Trying to close the gap in on Jose Gadino in 11th in points. You know, the fun part of South Boston is I'm sure Octavio is not loving this part, but there is no point almost any time in the race where you are not battling somebody. There is very rarely any clear track regardless of position. A lot of new names hitting that like and follow button. Thank you guys so much. Please hit that like for caution. Scott Gilliott involved. Caution back out, lap 96. See what happened to Scott. Headed off into turn 1. Flying Ryan right behind him. Ryan looks like he just barely tapped him. Ryan got hard on the brakes. Wow, Scott took one heck of a lick. We saw Flying Ryan flying around the track. He got into Scott, back off of him. Tried to help correct it, but man, Scott just went around. Ryan obviously has a ton of speed out here tonight and is trying to fight his way back. But you got to give him credit. He tried to back off and let Scott save it. Most of the drivers have gone into pit road and are getting, looks like, at least 2 tires in fuel. We went from green to lap 49 and then from 56 to 96. So they have not gone a full fuel run. And remember, we were talking about it as the run goes on. The tires are pretty much trash around lap 45 or 50 from what the drivers have said. Could be the reason we're seeing a lot of cars struggling here as we get later into these runs, as it looks like Joe is getting one of his laps back. Joe now up into 12th place, getting one of his laps back here. I believe Jose Godino also got a wave around. Octavio Rondoletto still has the lead. Jared Heasley tail into the lead lap at the moment. He'll be waved by the pace car along with Nick Seams. Nick getting one of his laps back. Blake Ripley is back on pit road, still getting repairs after that hard wreck earlier on. Everybody getting stacked back up for the restart, ready to go. Alex Krapser still in the fight up front as well. Impressive run for him, considering he did not get any on-track time before the drop of the green. Lights are out on the pace truck. Hayes truck drops in turn 4. Here they come. Green flag back in the air. Octavio's still holding the lead, but AJ Gotzi has caught him. Let's take a quick look. That is from the back of the leader's car, and you know, looking at the mirror has got to be a little bit unnerving seeing that coming. AJ trying to make his way forward. Alex Crapser back there stuck up on the high side, losing a lot of ground. Octavio, though, still holds the lead. Still an amazing run out of him tonight. Octavio, since his return to the series a few months ago, after a prolonged absence the first half of the season, has been on a tear. He missed being here quite a bit, and it is shown week in and week out. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be just enjoy the race. My apologies, folks. We are back, still going. Scott Gilliott, a moment ago, appears to have had an issue. Let's see what happened. Scott heads off into the turn. Joe right on the bumper, and oh, Scott's car was already torn up. Looks like he got a little loose, went around. Octavio still has the lead. AJ right on the bumper. Adam Gilliott still lurks in third, but now Matt Bear up to fourth place. Alex Crapser, we saw him up high a few moments ago, has finally slotted back in fifth place. Jared Heasley got waved around the pace car, has maintained the lead lap, currently running in 11th, trying to close the gap in on Jeff Edgar. Jose Gadino did get waved back to the lead lap. Jose now up to 9th. And Albie Hewins continues marching slowly but steadily to the front. Albie up to 8th. And I can tell you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the entire XCAL garage would celebrate no bigger than the night that Albie Hewins gets that first XCAL win. Could tonight be the night? It is a special full moon, and man, crazy things happen under the lights on a short track. Albie long overdue. We've talked about it. He's in several leagues broadcast here, getting better and better week in and week out. Can he get it done tonight? He's been steadily working forward. Sean Andrews currently sitting in 7th. Jeremy Gilliott in 6th. The Gilliotts now spread out. Crapser still holds 5th. Octavio, for the moment, able to hold AJ off, but gotta wonder how long that's going to last. Scott Gilliott is on pit road after that incident a few laps ago. Joe Campbell still trying to fight back from the earlier incident with Derek Colson. Joe currently sitting in 12th. He's still up 5 spots from where he started. Flying Ryan also starting to make his way forward. Ryan now up into 15th. Closing in on Derek Colson in 14th. Colson started on the front row involved in that incident and has just slipped back, struggling to find the pace to get back to the front. Derek Colson, as we mentioned at pre-race, 4 races from now will be his 100th XCAL start, the most all-time starts. Tonight is Jose Godino's 49th consecutive start. That is the all-time consecutive start record for any driver. Next week, Jose hopefully will make that 50 consecutive starts. It will be his 84th career start next week as well. Matt Baer now up to 3rd, Alex Crapser in 4th, but Adam Gilliott and Jeremy Gilliott now together. It looks like Adam might be struggling. Jeremy now looking low as the sun goes down and the lights are starting to come up. Jeff Edgar currently sitting in 8th. Jared Heasley now up to 9th. Albie Hewins in 10th. Quite a battle going on back here. Jared just about 0.4 of a second behind Jeff Edgar. Albie closing right in on both of them. But Jose Godino looking down underneath Albie right now, and Jose caught up a little bit earlier. Does have a little damage to the right front of that car. Scott Gilliott has returned to the track. However, Blake Ripley has not. Ripley is still on pit road. Hopefully that car can turn some laps before the night's out. Maybe gain a few points. Scott Gilliott back out on track, but over 12, about 15 laps down at this point as Octavio continues to battle lap traffic. Going by John Friley, currently in 13th. Let's take a quick commercial break before we get to pit stops, but don't go anywhere. We're going side by side. You won't miss a Welcome back, folks. Octavio Rondoletto still leads, but next week we go from short tracking at Sobo to plate tracking at Michigan. Side by side, inches apart. They are going to go full send around the 2-mile oval. Things will be exciting. 3, 4, even 5 wide racing next Tuesday night. That definitely always one of the best races of the season when they go to Michigan. We have seen some crazy strategies in the past couple of years to try and get entire teams that top 5, all the top 5 positions. It gets a little crazy. The teamwork is crazy. The racing is epic. It's hard to beat XCAL at Michigan. Time to take a look at the view from the blimp, brought to you by us here at How to Suck at iRacing. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night at 9 Eastern when the Nowski Nation Truck Series returns. Always a lot of fun seeing the Nowski boys take to the track. A great race, a great new season, and possibly, if it's popular enough, once again, we'll have a great co-broadcaster. Hopefully, we'll get Angie back in the booth tomorrow night for Vegas. Thursday night, if you missed it last week, we now have a new thing. For those playing American Truck Simulator, the community convoy. We all get together, just goof off, have a little bit of fun driving 18-wheelers across the country. Make sure if you're on ATS to come join us for that. Friday night, if you're on iRacing, don't forget to join League number 6647. The HTSAI Friday Fun Series is back. No telling what kind of chaos I can come up with for this Friday night. Sunday morning, GT3 NSS returns. Great GT3 racing. The fields keep getting bigger. The competition is getting closer. BRO! Joe Campbell has a very close call off of the turn. Got a little bit of the wall. He moves it up top. A great save by Joe Campbell as AJ Gotzi manages to clear, but that did slow AJ Gotzi down a little bit. He's got a little ground to make up now on Octavio. What a close call that was. Don't forget, Sunday night, BRR Cup Series returns 7:30 Eastern. AJ Gotzi in the hunt for the playoffs in that one, as is Jared Heasley, Gerald Thanos Poole, and a lot more. And of course, Monday night, our biggest night of 2023 was last night. And Jones BS Racing put on one heck of a show with their new season opener. The Legends and the new late model stock cars were at USA. They'll be back next week again, and man, those late models were the Legends are always exciting. Those late models, one heck of a show last night. Octavio trying to capitalize on the issue AJ Gotzi had a moment ago, now pulling 1 1/4 seconds ahead, as it looks like we are starting to see some pit stops. Derek Colson is in. Now Octavio Rondoletto, most of the front of the field stopped between lap 98, lap 100 on the caution. They can go anywhere from 70 to 90 laps. However, I do know Derek Colson did say he was one of the drivers getting around 70 laps on a tank. So he is in here early, but he will have fresh tires out here. The tire fall off. Albie Hewins is also in. Albie hits his pit stall, and the lines are back. As the lights come up, I think those are, I think the pit lines are actually disappearing ink. They only show up when the lights come on. Also, just a side note, next month will be the 3-year anniversary of How to Suck at iRacing, and you know, I'm probably going to do something special for that. I'm definitely going to do something special for the paid subscribers, so you're going to want to make sure you hop on Facebook and become one of our paid subscribers. I have some great ideas. Plus, we are going to be having some subscriber-only events very, very soon. Octavio's lead continues to grow, now 1.8 seconds over AJ. Alex Crapser now to third, the Mad Bear back to fourth, the Gilliatt's fifth and sixth, Sean Andrews in seventh, Jose Godino in eighth, Joe Campbell now up to ninth, John Friley in 10th. Gerald Thanos Poole just hit pit road. Jared Heasley has also completed a stop. Jeff Edgar has completed his pit stop, as well as Albie Hewins. Nick Seams, the college kid, has been on pit road multiple times tonight. Nick currently in 17th place, trying to make up some ground here. Flying Ryan, after technical difficulties earlier, also trying to make up some ground, currently in 13th. Joe Campbell is now in. Alex Crapser comes by AJ. He is going to take second. AJ Godsey brings it on to pit road. Octavio Rondoletto back in lap traffic, comes under John Friley. Friley missing the entire front clip on that car. This is about as clear as you're going to see the track tonight during pit stops. About the only time you have gaps is when half this field is on pit road, but once they're all back out here, there is not a lot of breathing room with this short track. It is not only mentally exhausting, but physically exhausting. These drivers get worn out. The Mad Bear is in. Alex Crapser is in. Adam Gilliatt, Jeremy Gilliatt both in. Looks like Octavio Rondoletto, Jose Godino, John Friley, the only three drivers have not pitted yet. And Godino is now in. Rondoletto is in. Jose Godino still out on track. John Friley also still out on track, missing that front clip, trying to make something happen with fuel strategy. Jose Godino goes to the lead for the first time tonight, picking up some bonus points for that team. Alex Crapser completing his pit stop, now 1 second ahead of AJ Godsey. AJ closing in. Octavio comes off pit road. Looks like he is battling for third place with Jeremy Gilliatt. John Friley ducks in. leaving Jose Godino the only driver to not be to pit road. It looks like he's trying to work his way down, though. Jose Godino finally comes to pit road. And the lead could cycle back around to Alex Krapser. As we approach the halfway point of this race, anybody in the comments want to make a prediction on who it's going to be tonight? Awfully quiet out there tonight. Love to hear your thoughts. Plus, you guys don't talk to me. I get lonely. I start crying. It's terrible. Alex Krapser has officially taken the lead. AJ now to second. Octavio in third, 4 seconds back. Octavio's pit stop about 5 seconds longer than everybody else. He did stay out longer, stretching that fuel, so he had to take more fuel, but that longer fuel run could pay off big dividends later. Tanya cheering on Flying Ryan. Ryan now back up into 14th, closing the gap on Derek Colson in 13th. Despite the technical issues earlier, Flying Ryan still making his way forward. A little fuel strategy and a fast race car, he could still easily pull off a top 10 tonight. A well-timed caution or two could put him back in contention. Alex Krapser still has a 1 second lead on AJ. Octavio now 3.6 seconds back. All right, so Anthony dropping in here. We've got a new nickname for Ryan. And you might want to check out the web shop for this one in the very near future. Rocket Ryan, the baddest man in town. Flying Ryan, now Rocket Ryan. Don't forget to check out the XCAL Racing web shop where you can get all your Flying Ryan fan club gear, including the Bustin' at the Seams hat for Ryan and Nick Seams. XCalRacing.com/shop. Get all your XCAL Racing gear. They've got a little bit of everything you could want with your favorite driver. Alex Krapser's lead continuing to grow at the moment as AJ sits in second. Octavio about 3.5 seconds back in third. The top three split up as they each have to contend with lap traffic. AJ Gonsi coming underneath teammate Jared Heasley. Heasley making it easy here. Alex Krapser now back into heavy lap traffic. The damaged car of Scott Gilliott just ahead. Nick Seams just ahead of him. Krapser trying to dive it in, almost got into Nick Seams. That was a little bit close for teammates. AJ diving down underneath Scott Gilliott, coming into that same lap traffic now. Octavio back in third, Jeremy Gilliott in fourth, the Mad Bear in fifth. As we reach the halfway point, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll give you your full field rundown, seeing where your favorite drivers are. Don't go anywhere, we're going side And we are back. Alex Crapser maintains the lead, and let's take a look through the field, see where your favorite drivers are. Alex Crapser gets the lead after starting in 7th place, and taking over from Octavio Rondoletto has since pulled away to 3.5 seconds over 2nd place. AJ Godsey. AJ, the short track ringer, coming to Flaming Karma Racing, has had great success, but bad luck at the late race. Hopefully, that bad luck is gone tonight. Octavio Rondoletto led most of the first half of this race, now sitting back in 3rd after green flag stops, 2 seconds behind AJ and gaining. Jeremy Gilliott, currently running in 4th place, has been up in the top 5 pretty much all night long, quietly hanging on to that podium, or that top 5 spot. Matt Bear, the current points leader, sits in 5th. Matt started back in 14th, has been marching forward all night long. Adam Gilliott also up to 6th, up 9 spots as well. Adam trying to stay within sight of his brother Jeremy, having a great run. Welcome back, Adam. Sean Andrews up 3 spots into 7th place. That J&S car has been lurking in the top 10 all night long as well. Jared Easley having one of his better runs tonight. Currently running in 8th place, up 5 spots, and I have been told he does have a Cougar in the car, but he keeps telling Karen to shut up. Jeff Edgar currently running in 9th. Jeff, a rough start to this one, fell back out of the top 10 early, has fought his way back up to 9th. Jose Godino employing that fuel strategy once again, currently running in 10th and making his way forward. Joe Campbell, despite an early incident and very little practice tonight, Joe currently running in 11th place, continuing to make his way up, trying to reel in Godino. Albie Hewins has been up in the top 10 most of the night, currently running in 12th. Albie continuing to move up the points week in and week out. Flying Ryan Seams, Rocket Seams, or Rocket Ryan rather. Rocket Ryan, problems early, technical difficulties, lost his screen, managed to get it back and has fought his way back up to 13th, continuing to make his way forward. John Friley also continues to make his way forward. He has had some damage to that car, losing some ground early, fighting his way back. He's up 5 spots into 14th. Gerald Thanos Poole got sideways early, lost a lot of track position, lost a lap early, still in the fight, his 60th career start tonight. Derek Colson, we could see some excitement. Derek and Joe back together. Derek currently in 16th. Nick Seams having problems here early, has faded. A big surprise to see, currently in 17th. Scott Gilliott sitting on pit road after earlier issues, trying to get that car working again. Same with Blake Ripley, who got caught up in the incident earlier with Joe and Derek Colson, still on pit road getting repairs. Don't forget to check out the XCAL Racing web shop. Get all your XCAL Racing gear, mouse pads, t-shirts, hats, everything you could ever want and more. Help support XCAL Racing. Help them continue to grow. XCalRacing.com/shop. Don't forget to check out Sim Racer Hub. All your individual driver statistics for XCAL Racing can be found at Sim Racer Hub XCALRacing.com, stats powered by SimRacer Hub. And don't forget, if you're new to iRacing or just want to dip your toe into the XCAL Racing pool, you can come run the Dash Series on Monday nights. Get your feet wet, have a little fun, get to know what XCAL Racing is all about. You can find out all about the Dash Series, again, at XCALRacing.com. Alex Crapser now in the lead. Octavio Rondoletto has gone to second place. He has gotten past AJ Godsey. AJ now in third. Jeremy Gilliott back in fourth, and it looks like a few drivers have had another pit stop. Albie Hewins and Derek Colson. Colson pitted just a few laps ago. Albie Hewins pitted on lap 217 and Colson on 212. Crapser now has a 6.3 second lead over Octavio Rondoletto. Alex Crapser is still looking for his first win of 2023. He has not had a winless season since 2014, trying to keep the streak alive with a win here tonight at South Boston. Can he get it done? Just past the halfway point, a 6.5 second lead is definitely looking good for Alex, but a long, long way to go from here. Let's take a quick look, see what the track conditions are like at the moment. What they're like at the moment. Track temperature down to 90 degrees. It started at 94. Air temperature down to 79, down just 1 degree. So not a huge difference in air temperature, but that cooler track temperature is definitely helping these drivers have a little bit more grip and likely helping the tires just a little bit. As we've mentioned and pointed out, after about 45-50 laps, they are really starting to feel those tires slide away from them. Octavio Rondoletto a moment ago just started beating Alex Crapser's lap times just by a couple hundredths of a second a lap, but he is starting to close the gap. It was 6.5 seconds, now down to 6.3. Little by little, Octavio is making his way forward. Getting word from a couple of the teams that fuel calculations are getting pretty hot and heavy right now as they're trying to figure out the best fuel strategy to make the end from here. And put themselves in the best possible positions here. Sean Andrews is in. Jared Heasley also on pit road now. did not see Heasley hit his pit box. We'll have to watch him for a moment here. Hopefully no problems for the 43 car. AJ Gotzi is in. Adam Gilliott is in. Sean Andrews on his way back out. Pit road entry and exit here, extremely tight. Entry is usually not a huge deal unless you have a car right on your bumper. Exit, however, that can get a little bit tricky. You're merging almost straight up onto the track. And you're coming up on that bottom line right into the racing groove. Jeremy Gilliott in, Adam Gilliott on his way back out now. Matt Baer now in third, 6.5 seconds behind Rondoletto, expecting Matt to also play the fuel strategy game here. The top three pitted on lap 180 to 181. Joe Campbell now in, Alex Krapser in. Octavio reclaims the lead. Matt Baer now in second, 6.7 seconds back. AJ Gotzi has completed his stop. He is 33 seconds behind the Mad Bear and Octavio. Can he take the lead once they start having their pit stops? Alex Krapser now on his way off of pit road. All the drivers cycling through pit stops here. Let's take another look from the blimp. Alex Krapser just coming out from his pit stop. Matt Baer, Octavio Rondoletto still out on track trying to stretch that fuel. Derek Colson in the mix here. Jared Heasley trying to get by him. Jared now up running in 9th place as pit stops continue. And it looks like the leader is on his way in. Matt Baer has come in as well. Alex Krapser now sitting in third. AJ Gotzi in fourth. Jose Godino in fifth, and Krapser coming around may reclaim the lead here. AJ just under 4 seconds behind. The team point situation has been one thing that has been up in the air a lot in recent weeks. The J&S Racing Aces last week did not field enough cars to score team points, allowing Flaming Karma Racing, led by Gerald Poole, to close up 80 points, and appears that the Racing Aces do not have enough cars on track tonight either. Danny will have to confirm that for me. That was the story coming into the race, that they did not have enough cars out on track. So Flaming Karma stands to pick up another 100, potentially 100 points in that battle. Flaming Karma Racing has been closing the gap over the last few weeks, but those Racing Aces, man, they are tough to beat. Especially when one of their drivers is leading the race. Octavio in third place, trying to reel in AJ Godsey in second. AJ 3.5 seconds behind Crapser. Crapser still in the lead. And Octavio Rondoletto just set the fastest lap of the night. As he comes by Gerald Thanos Pool, Octavio on the march. Jose Godino has been playing fuel strategy all night long again, and it is paying off. That has put that car in the top 10. Jeff Edgar having a banner night. He has been improving by leaps and bounds, having some great finishes here lately. Edgar currently runs in 9th. All 3 members of Stimulus Racing back here tonight. Jeremy Gilliott is in 4th. Adam Gilliott currently running in 6th. Scott Gilliott out of the race early, though, in 18th. And something has happened with Albie Hewins. He is no longer showing on track. Albie Hewins officially out of the race. I have no idea what has happened with Albie, but he was running in the top 10 most of the night. That is a bit of a heartbreak, knowing Albie has been making his way forward all season long. He'll finish about 17th. Hey, good evening, Mark Dantuma. Hopefully we'll see Mark in one of these Flaming Karma cars before the end of the season. Mark out here cheering on AJ Godsey in 2nd place, Jared Easley in 8th, and Gerald Thanos Pool currently running in 15th. Not to mention Jose Godino currently running in 10th. Mark, you just need to take a Tuesday night off one week. Come out here and show these boys how it's done. AJ continuing to reel in Crapser. Now 3.1 seconds back, but Octavio also coming closer and closer and a lot more quickly. Octavio 4.4 seconds back. Derek Colson back on pit road. Remember, we talked about it. Colson is not getting the same mileage out of this car that some of the other drivers are. Although I do not believe we have seen anybody stretch that full 90 laps yet tonight. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go side by side so you guys won't miss a thing. All right, folks, we are back. Lap 286 here at Sobo. Don't forget, next week we are back at Michigan. Plate track racing, side by side, nose to tail, 3 and 4 wide racing all night long. That is an event you don't want to miss. Some of the best racing of the XCAL season comes at Michigan. Alex Krapser continuing to lead here. AJ Godsey in second has closed down to 2.4 seconds, but Rondoletto is really reeling him in. He is now just 1.8 seconds back. Rondoletto has slightly fresher tires, but only about a 10-lap difference over AJ and a 6-lap difference over Alex Krapser. Yet he has managed those tires so much better. He is closing the gap quick. Jeremy Gilliott still sitting in 4th. The Mad Bear still holding on to the top 5. Adam Gilliott in 6th. The top 5, the only ones currently on the lead lap. Adam Gilliott, the first car, 1 lap down, followed by Sean Andrews, then Jared Heasley up to 8th. Jeff Edgar in 9th. Jose Godino sits in 10th. Good evening, JR. Don't we all, buddy? Don't we all? Joe Campbell currently sitting in 11th. Flying Ryan in 12th. What a comeback this has been for Flying Ryan. Currently trying to reel in Joe Campbell. Joe about 3 laps ahead, but Flying Ryan is going faster right now. None in this one, buddy. No Bakers in this one. No word on what has happened to Albie Hewins after having a top 10 run going out of the race early. Nick Seams back on pit road. Nick has been having trouble all night long. A big surprise, Nick has been on a tear, currently sitting 3rd in points. Still looking for that first win of 2023. Obviously, Nick not going to get that one tonight. Not tonight, buddy. Let's take a lap around on the nose of our leader. There across the start-finish line down into turn 1, and you see as this race gets later, all the marbles up on the high side of the track, all of them down on the bottom. That definitely, we'll see guys trying to push it into pit road and sliding through the marbles here late in the race. That last stop could prove fatal to somebody. If you get up too high, get in those marbles, you start slip sliding away as well. As this race goes on, this tight racetrack has quite a few surprises. Nick Seams may have just retired from the race. AJ Godsey is in. AJ gives up 3rd place to come to pit road. Randy, not tonight. I mean, you could ask Angie, but I think she'd probably say no, buddy. AJ Godsey in lap 300. That is a bit of a surprise. That is slightly off cycle. This is going to be a strategy stop. AJ in and out very quickly. Octavio Rondoletto has gone back to second place since AJ went to pit road, now closing in on Alex Krapser, just 1 second ahead. Jeremy Gilliott sits in third, Matt Bear in fourth, Adam Gilliott in fifth. AJ, after pit stops, in 8th place. Octavio has got to the back bumper of Alex Krapser, about to have a battle for the lead. And while they battle, let's see if we can get a full field rundown with just about 90 laps to go here. Alex Krapser holds the lead for the moment, but Octavio has caught up to the back bumper, and he's going to go for it here. Lap traffic ahead could come into play. Alex is definitely fighting to hold that spot. Meanwhile, Jeremy Gilliott back in third, trying to close in. Matt Bear has just about caught him in fourth. Adam Gilliott currently running in fifth, a little slip out of the turn. The tire's starting to go to way. Sean Andrews currently runs in sixth place, trying to make up some ground here. AJ Godsey pitting off cycle, currently runs in seventh. His teammate Jared Heasley still one more stop to go, currently running in eighth. Jared moving up all night. Jeff Edgar having another great run tonight, currently running in ninth place, has been in the top 10 pretty much all night long. And Jose Godino, playing on some fuel strategy here, has held on to the top 10 all night as well. Joe Campbell, involved in that earlier incident, currently holds on to 11th place. Flying Ryan Seams currently running in 12th after technical difficulties earlier. That has been a great comeback. Derek Colson, also involved in that earlier incident, running in 13th, starting to fight his way forward. John Friley had significant damage earlier in the race, has been fixing it throughout, and made his way to 14th. Gerald Thanos Poole got loose early, almost, it was much better than it could have been. He holds on to 15th. Nick Seams still on pit road in 16th. Albie Hewins, Scott Gilliott, and Blake Ripley out of the race. And Octavio has reclaimed the lead and has started pulling away from Alex Krapser. Jared, don't text and drive, buddy. Matt Bear sitting in third, trying to close in on Alex Krapser. He'll have to make one more stop Everybody should be about within the window for final stops here. Let's take our quick final commercial break. When we come back, folks, we are going to the finish. All right, folks, we are back and things heating up as Matt Bear finally leads a lap tonight for the first time, but AJ Gotze has now gone to the lead for the first time tonight. Also, Alex Crapser just set the fastest lap of the race. Things really heating up here late in the race at South Boston. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday night as XCAL returns from Michigan. They go plate racing. It'll be side-by-side, nose-to-tail, non-stop action all night next Tuesday night. You're not going to want to miss a single minute of it. Bring your own oxygen. You're going to need it. Final stops underway here at South Boston. And it speaks volumes of the quality of drivers we have out here tonight, that we have only seen 2 cautions in 335 laps at South Boston. Octavio Rondoletto in second place, but he is really bound up in lap traffic. Jeremy Gilliott directly in front of him has the right, per the XCAL rules, to defend his position, but he's going to let Octavio go. Jose Gadino hits pit road. He's completed his final stop. AJ Gotze's lead currently 8.6 seconds, but Octavio is on a tear. AJ's got to crank it up now. Flying Ryan Seams still trying to make a comeback here, currently in 14th after his final stop, closing the gap on Derek Coulson. If you're interested in driving with XCAL, there are open positions. All these teams have driver openings available. They would love to have you out here. Matt Bear unlapping himself the old-fashioned way. Matt currently in 4th. AJ not going to fight him for the moment. Octavio 6.8 seconds back. Craps are right on Octavio's bumper. 59 laps to go here at South Boston, and anything could happen. Matt Bear finally back on the lead lap in 4th place. Jeremy Gilliott, Adam Gilliott back in full form. Jeremy currently running in 4th, Adam in 5th. And more cheers for Octavio Rondoletto. I apologize if I mispronounce this. Matias cheering on Rondoletto, as Rondoletto now 5 seconds back. Octavio has something with that car. He is flying forward. Here's the interesting part about that is whatever it is that Octavio has found, he found it yesterday during practice and shared it with the team. AJ Godsey is aware of it, may even be using whatever setup change it is. Sean Andrews currently running in 7th, has been in the top 10 all night. Jared Heasley in 8th. Jeff Edgar in 9th. Jose Godino making that fuel strategy work in 10th. Joe Campbell has had quite a comeback after the early incident. In 11th place, you gotta give it to Joe. An early race wreck, no practice, still fighting his way forward. John Friley also not giving up. That car was pretty beat up earlier on in the race. He has fought his way back up into 12th. Derek Colson currently sitting in 13th. Flying Ryan in 14th. Gerald Danos Poole in 15th. No word on what has happened with Nick Seams. He is still on pit road. Albie Ewan, Scott Gilliott, Blake Ripley out of the race early. 50 laps to go at South Boston. Don't forget, after the race, immediately run to XCALRacing.com. Get your XCAL Racing gear. If AJ Godsey gets to victory lane tonight, he will have some XCAL Racing gear in the web shop by next week. Plus, you can get all your Seams Fan Club gear there. You can get all your J&S Racing gear. The J&S Racing Aces gear. Everything you could want and more. Alex Crapser is starting to lose touch with Octavio. Octavio now 2 seconds back from AJ. Octavio looks like he is likely going to catch AJ. Will he be? AJ's coming in. AJ Godsey comes into pit road. Will he take tires, or is this a fuel-only stop? Right sides are in the air. AJ's chance of winning may be over. Left side's up on AJ's car. He slipped back to 5th. Now 6th place as he prepares to come off pit road. AJ Gotzi on his way out, but he slips back into 6th. And Octavio Rondoletto has gone back to the lead. Octavio has led the most laps so far tonight. Has Alex Crapser 1.5 seconds back. The Mad Bear sits in 3rd. Jeremy Gilliott in 4th. Adam Gilliott in 5th. AJ now to 6th. Sean Andrews in 7th. Jared Easley in 8th. Jeff Edgar in 9th. Jose Godino in 10th. But AJ Gotzi just set the fastest lap of the race. AJ, one of only 3 drivers to turn a lap under 16 seconds. Four fresh tires, he is sending it. He comes by 2nd place. Alex Crapser trying to get himself unlapped. He is quickly gaining on both Gilliotts. The top 3 pitted on lap 327 for Octavio, 324 for Alex, and 330 for Matt Bear. They should not need a fuel stop. Same with Jeremy Gilliott and Adam Gilliott. This is just going to come down to who's fastest. AJ still fighting to try and pull off a top 5 finish here. Meanwhile, Octavio is pulling away. His lead now 2.5 seconds. Jose Godino still holds the top 10. Joe Campbell about 24 seconds back. It did look like Joe might still have a shot at the top 10, but unless we get a caution, Joe looking like he's going to finish in 11th. Derek Colson currently running in 12th. Flying Ryan has made his way back up into 13th. He is closing in on Colson. John Friley in 14th. Gerald Thanos Poole in 15th. Not a lot of battles left on track. This thing just about sorted out. Just over 30 to go. The one driver on the march is AJ Gotzi, who is now just 4.7 seconds back from 5th place, Adam Gilliott. AJ could easily take 5th and 4th places, but doubt he can unlap himself enough to take the win. Definitely a big points night, though, for Flaming Karma Racing. If AJ can get into the top 5, they'll have 3 cars in the top 10. Jared Heasley has been middle of the pack since hopping into the car for XCAL, but he has definitely made a comeback the last couple of weeks, looking like another top 10 finish here. AJ may be a contender for a win before Jared may be a win contender before the season is out. And Octavio, well, he keeps pulling away. Octavio already has 2 wins, 9 top 5s, 10 top 10s out of just 10 starts this season. Only 10 starts this season. Octavio came in tonight 22nd in points. With several of the cars ahead of him in the points not here tonight, Octavio could crack into the top 20, even maybe even higher tonight. "25 laps to go." Worth reminding everybody, at 10 laps to go, if the caution comes out, there will be no more waiver rounds per XCAL rules. And at 5 laps to go, there will be no more cautions. AJ Gotzi has closed into 1.5 seconds behind 5th place Adam Gilliott. Let's hop on the nose of that 40 car. That is Adam Gilliott directly ahead, and look at the closing rate. Especially in the turns, those 4 fresh tires allowing AJ to drive deeper into the corner, get back on the throttle even sooner. Picking up about 0.2 to 0.3 of a second every single lap. Matt Bear looking to extend his points lead here tonight, currently running in 3rd place. Caution is out! Caution is out! Lap 381. And what a shock this is. This is going to flip-flop a lot. Let's see what happened with Sean Andrews. Oh, Sean just drives too deep into the corner, gets into the 7 and checks up. The 7 gets saved. Andrews goes around. Heasley had nowhere to go. Sean had to run deep into the turn, just gets into the 7, backs off to let him correct it, but almost stops. Heasley just nowhere to go coming out of the turn. And AJ Gotzi now back on the lead lap with the freshest tires, but Jeremy Gilliott and Adam Gilliott both went to pit road. Looks like Adam may have taken right sides only. AJ's coming back in. Octavio Rondoletto, Matt Bear, and Alex Krapser stay out. Only our 3rd caution of the night at lap 380. Octavio Rondoletto had pulled out to a big lead. Matt Bear now will start right on his bumper, as will Alex Krapser. Jeremy Gilliott, AJ Gotzi, and Adam Gilliott get waved around back to the lead lap. But they will be at the tail end. Jared Heasley picked up a position, now up into 7th. Jose Godino will be 8th. Jeff Edgar in 9th, and Joe Campbell will now be in the top 10. Sean Andrews did tow to pit road after that incident as they stack back up for the restart. That is likely the last of the wave arounds here. Lights go out on the pace car. They will restart with about 11 laps to go. Now the dogfight begins. Green flag back in the air, 11 to go. AJ Gonsi, Jeremy Gilliott, Adam Gilliott all at the back of the pack trying to fight their way through lap traffic. Octavio Rondoletto, Matt Bear, and Alex Craps are the top three fighting it out at the front. But do those two cars up front have anything for Octavio? 10 laps to go, no more wave rounds. Now 9 laps to go. Matt Bear just set the fastest lap of the race. Does he have something left? He was 0.7 of a second faster than Octavio last time by. Flying Ryan now back up into 13th, trying to reel in Friley. He won't have enough time. AJ Gonsi has gotten past both Gilliotts. AJ now to 4th. Jeremy Gilliott in 5th. Adam Gilliott in 6th. But Alex Craps are still on the Mad Bears bumper. And next time by, Aaron Illabush will tell him, green, green, green. There will be no more cautions. And there it is, 5 to go, no more cautions from here. Craps are all over Matt Bear's back bumper for second place. AJ Gonsi, 1.7, 1.6. He's actually reeling in the top three, but a lot of traffic between them. And here comes Octavio Rondoletto. He'll come out of turn 4, popsicle sticks in the air, 2 laps to go. He opens up a half-second gap on the Mad Bear. Craps are still sitting on his bumper in 3rd. White flag is in the air for Octavio Rondoletto one more time around, looking for his 3rd win of the season. And out of turn 4, Octavio will do it. Win number 3 at South Boston. Matt Bear drifts home for 2nd. Alex Crapser coming home 3rd. AJ Gonsi finishing 4th. Jeremy Gilliott finishing 5th. Adam Gilliott comes home in 6th. Jared Easley manages a 7th. Jose Godino pulls off 8th. Jeff Edgar, a great run to come home 9th. Joe Campbell coming home in 10th. And what a race it was, folks. Matt Bear coming home 2nd will extend his points lead even further here tonight. Alex Krapser back on the podium. Comes home in third. Krapser looking for his first win of the season. Did not get it tonight. Let's get a word with our top three. Alex, you come home with a podium finish, man. That was a hard-fought battle tonight.
Yeah, it definitely was a hard-fought battle, Doug. Kind of used strategy to get out front and lead a bunch of laps, and then just kind of backfired in the end whenever I was going to run out of fuel. So the last two runs I was saving a lot, and Octavio could just go because he put in more fuel. So, you win some, you lose some that way.
Well, the fuel strategy may not have fallen your way, but man, the car was extremely fast tonight, and you managed to hold off up there. It looked like if it hadn't been for the fuel, you might have been one of the few cars that could run with Octavio.
Yeah, I think we definitely could run with Octavio a little bit. Same with Bear. I didn't think we had anything for him with that 11 lap shootout or whatever it ended up being. We just weren't as good on the short run as we were in the long run. We were a little bit loose on the short run, and I think the car really stayed loose the entire run, but it didn't go away, whereas some guys' cars did go away on the long run and got loose.
Well, man, still another podium finish. Congratulations. Any team or sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to thank the entire J&S team, especially Nick and Ryan. I think they've been filling in for me when I missed a couple of weeks, so they're just keeping this 29 right up there second in the point standings continuously this season. And obviously Joe and Danielle, appreciate them, GP Land, and the XCAL Racing Web Shop. This is the XCAL Racing Web Shop 400.
Well, buddy, congratulations. A great finish tonight.
Thanks, Doug.
Alex Krapser comes home in third, and now we talk to Mad Bear, who comes home in second. Matt, you're on the podium once again. You extend your points lead. Once again, you just can't be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, overall good night, Didn't have the best car all night. I played a little bit of strategy there, doing what we did throughout pit stops during the green flag runs we had. And then took 2 tires on that last stop right there. Got lucky and got in front of Krapser, and I somehow beat him into one right there and was able to hold him off. Octavio was really quick again. Somehow I got the fastest lap of the race right there with about 5 to go or so. So that's an extra couple bonus points as well. So, I mean, overall, you can't really complain tonight from the car. I mean, it didn't handle great, I'll be honest with you. I was pushing really tight all night. But, I mean, we were just able to let it roll in through there and drive off corner exit as hard as we could. And I want to know if Krapser was going to make it on pit stop to begin with on the fuel cycle if we would have stayed green. I don't think he would have. He might have, but I don't think that he was going to with the way he was pitting.
He said he was really conserving fuel there at the end.
I got you. That makes sense then. But, yeah, man, I just got to give a shout-out to Frank Cryer. He helped me out with the setup again last night. Last minute, had a terrible heat race, started way in the back tonight. XCAL Web Shop, go to get some merch on there. I've still got some Ghost of Dell stuff on there. We'll get you a new championship t-shirt out soon. How to Suck at iRacing, Simcoin Racer, Butt Kicker, everybody that helps put this thing on every week, We're going to get another one here soon, maybe next week at Michigan. So we'll go to a plate race where everybody's even, and it probably won't be even, Doug.
Probably not, man. Good luck and congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
And finally, in victory lane, it is Octavio Rondoletto for the 3rd time this season. Octavio, you come back to South Boston. You had one robbed from you here year and a half ago, but finally get back to victory lane for your 3rd win of the season.
Hi, Doug. Thank you so much. The race was amazing for me. The last time I had a good run here in South Boston, I lost my connection. And winning here in this track, I love this track. It's amazing for me.
Well, I remember very well. You were dominating that last time at South Boston, then lost your connection. Should have had that win, so this one is well overdue, but well deserved tonight, man.
Thank you so much. I want to thank especially to my team, Roll Sim Racing, my new sponsor, Flaming Karma Paint Shop, my spotter Gregorio. He made an amazing job as well with the strategy, trying to find a way to regain the lead. And my family, my dad, my mom, they're watching the race. As always, you. I'm really emotional.
Well, man, congratulations. Like I said, this one is long overdue, buddy. You earned it tonight. Go celebrate with your team, bud. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. See you in the next time.
Octavio Rondoletto gets his third win of the season, and finally, back in victory lane at Sobo. It was long overdue. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Nowski Nation at 9 Eastern. Y'all have a great night, everybody.